In the last episode, the complaints began. Fire consumed the outskirts of the camp at Taberah. The people craved meat, and Moses reached the breaking point, begging God to kill him rather than carry the burden alone. God sent quail in abundance, but struck the people with a plague while the meat was still in their mouths. Then Miriam and Aaron challenged Moses' authority, and Miriam was struck with leprosy for 7 days. Now Israel stands at the edge of the promised land. The Lord speaks to Moses, "Send some men to explore the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the Israelites. From each ancestral tribe send one of its leaders." Moses selects 12 men, one from each tribe. Among them are Caleb, son of Jephunneh, from the tribe of Judah, and Hoshea, son of Nun, from the tribe of Ephraim. Moses gives Hoshea a new name, Joshua. He sends them out with instructions. Go up through the Negev and on into the hill country. See what the land is like and whether the people who live there are strong or weak, few or many. What kind of land do they live in? Is it good or bad? What kind of towns do they live in? Are they unwalled or fortified? How is the soil? Is it fertile or poor? Are there trees in it or not? Do your best to bring back some of the fruit of the land. It is the season of the first ripe grapes. The 12 men travel through the land. They go up through the Negev and come to Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, the descendants of Anak, live. The Anakites are giants, men of great size. They reach the Valley of Eshkol. There they cut off a branch bearing a single cluster of grapes so large that 2 men carry it on a pole between them. They also bring back pomegranates and figs. After 40 days, the spies return. They come back to Moses and Aaron and the whole Israelite community at Kadesh in the desert of Paran. They show them the fruit of the land. "We went into the land to which you sent us, and it does flow with milk and honey. Here is its fruit." The people lean forward. The grapes are enormous. The land is everything God promised. But then the report turns. But the people who live there are powerful, and the cities are fortified and very large. We even saw descendants of Anak there. The Amalekites live in the Negev. The Hittites, Jebusites, and Amorites live in the hill country, and the Canaanites live near the sea and along the Jordan. Fear spreads through the crowd. Caleb silences the people before Moses. "We should go up and take possession of the land, for we can certainly do it." But the other spies, all except Joshua, disagree. "We cannot attack those people. They are stronger than we are." They spread a bad report. "The land we explored devours those living in it. All the people we saw there are of great size. We saw the Nephilim there. The descendants of Anak come from the Nephilim. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them." The exaggeration grows. Giants, man-eaters, impossible odds. That night the whole community raises their voices and weeps aloud. All the Israelites grumble against Moses and Aaron. "If only we had died in Egypt or in this wilderness. Why is the Lord bringing us to this land only to let us fall by the sword? Our wives and children will be taken as plunder. Would it not be better for us to go back to Egypt?" They say to each other, "We should choose a leader and go back to Egypt." This is not merely complaint. This is mutiny. They are ready to reject Moses, reject the Lord, and return to slavery. Moses and Aaron fall face down in front of the whole assembly. Joshua and Caleb tear their clothes. They plead with the people. "The land we passed through and explored is exceedingly good. If the Lord is pleased with us, He will lead us into that land, a land flowing with milk and honey, and will give it to us. Only do not rebel against the Lord, and do not be afraid of the people of the land, because we will devour them. Their protection is gone, but the Lord is with us. Do not be afraid of them." The whole assembly talks about stoning them. At this moment, the fate of a generation hangs in the balance. Then the glory of the Lord appears at the tent of meeting to all the Israelites. The Lord speaks to Moses. How long will these people treat me with contempt? How long will they refuse to believe in me in spite of all the signs I have performed among them? I will strike them down with a plague and destroy them, but I will make you into a nation greater and stronger than they. Moses intercedes. If you put all these people to death, leaving none alive, the nations who have heard this report about you will say, "The Lord was not able to bring these people into the land he promised them on oath, so he slaughtered them in the wilderness." Now may the Lord's strength be displayed, just as you have declared. The Lord is slow to anger, abounding in love, and forgiving sin and rebellion. Yet he does not leave the guilty unpunished. He punishes the children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation. Now may the Lord's strength be displayed, just as you have declared. The Lord is slow to anger, abounding in love, and forgiving sin and rebellion. Yet he does not leave the guilty unpunished. He punishes the children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation. In accordance with your great love, forgive the sin of these people, just as you have pardoned them from the time they left Egypt until now. The Lord responds, I have forgiven them, as you asked. Nevertheless, as surely as I live and as surely as the glory of the Lord fills the whole earth, not one of those who saw my glory and the signs I performed in Egypt and in the wilderness, but who disobeyed me and tested me 10 times, not one of them will ever see the land I promised on oath to their ancestors. No one who has treated me with contempt will ever see it. But because my servant Caleb has a different spirit and follows me wholeheartedly, I will bring him into the land he went to, and his descendants will inherit it. The sentence is passed. The Lord tells Moses and Aaron to speak to the community. In this wilderness your bodies will fall. Every one of you 20 years old or more who was counted in the census and who has grumbled against me. Not one of you will enter the land I swore with uplifted hand to make your home, except Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, son of Nun. As for your children, that you said would be taken as plunder, I will bring them in, to enjoy the land you have rejected. But as for you, your bodies will fall in this wilderness. Your children will be shepherds here for 40 years, suffering for your unfaithfulness, until the last of your bodies lies in the wilderness. For 40 years, 1 year for each of the 40 days you explored the land, you will suffer for your sins and know what it is like to have me against you. The 10 spies who spread the bad report are struck down and die of a plague before the Lord. Only Joshua and Caleb survive. When Moses reports all this to the Israelites, they mourn bitterly. Early the next morning, some of the people go up toward the high hill country. We have sinned, they say. We will go up to the place the Lord promised. But Moses warns them. Why are you disobeying the Lord's command? This will not succeed. Do not go up, because the Lord is not with you. You will be defeated by your enemies. The Amalekites and the Canaanites will face you there. Because you have turned away from the Lord, he will not be with you, and you will fall by the sword. Nevertheless, in their presumption, they go up. The Amalekites and the Canaanites who live in that hill country come down and attack them and beat them down all the way to Hormah. The moment of faith has passed. The door has closed. Israel will wander in the wilderness for 40 years. An entire generation will die without seeing the land. Only their children will inherit the promise. Thank you for listening to this episode about the 12 spies and the 40-year sentence. If this journey through Numbers is meaningful to you, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with others. In the next episode, the rebellions continue. Korah challenges the priesthood. The earth opens. Fire falls. A plague spreads. and a bronze serpent becomes the only hope for a dying people.